tremendous. The variety that I read about, he says, is the engine in life. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful illustration that variety is the engine in life. And so just as I said at the beginning, as I have often been repulsed or been afraid of diversity, Fethullah Gulen is saying it's the energy or the engine for life. And I'm beginning to see what he's talking about. And I concur with this. He says that freedom next to intellect is in the importance for society. But freedom that is not static, but in a process. Similar, I think, to what W. Paul Jones is saying. Not as ready-to-wear suit, but rather cloth ready for tailoring. Cloth that every nation will cut according to its own nature and will fit to its own body. So we're talking here about the potential that is available to us through freedom. And Fethullah Gulen saying that this is of great importance next to intellect. Gulen makes the point that the spirit of tolerance, accepting different positions and conceptions. Interfaith, he says, religion reconciles opposites. Religion reconciles opposites. These are tremendous teachings that I believe support the theses that I'm putting forward to you, that W. Paul Jones and Fethullah Gulen are on a similar wavelength, that in diversity there is tremendous potential for growth and understanding and appreciation for each other. In a comparison, Gulen and Jones both emphasize variety. Both value the differences, such as conservatives and liberals, rightist and leftist. Both emphasize the importance of dialogue, and dialogue that fosters listening and the deepening of understanding and knowledge, that forges a bond between persons. Dialogue that fosters listening and the deepening of understanding and knowledge. Not discussion, because discussion implies debate, and debate implies a winner and a loser. And that's why I believe the word dialogue is so significant, because dialogue, according to some authors, is about listening and deepening of understanding. And that's very significant. And Fethullah Gulen uses the word dialogue as well as tolerance and respect. In my conclusion, what I've tried to do in the paper that I've written is create a tapestry, a multicolored coat, while acknowledging the harshness of suffering. I compare it to a dance. If we think of the world as a dance floor, well, the dance floor is getting smaller. And we're finding that people are stepping on one another's toes more often. But regardless of in the dance, whether we step on one another's toes or not, we continue to dance. We dance as individuals, and we dance collectively as a global community. And there is tremendous potential for us to learn different ways of dancing. It's one dance, but there is tremendous potential that in diversity, there can be community. There's opportunities for interfaith, intercultural, and interprofessional dialogue and diversity. I'm a proponent and am quite active in research in interprofessional learning. I work in the health sciences, And I am finding that when our health sciences come together, we are demystifying the professions. We are embracing one another and learning from one another. The Romano Report on Health of 2002 has stressed the importance of interprofessional dialogue in our healthcare system. So I compare what I'm learning in interprofessional education to what I'm learning in interfaith dialogue and intercultural dialogue. And I go back to the energy that Fethullah Gulen talks about. The engine in life is variety. But it requires us to lean into the diversity. And like my situation in Halifax 5 years ago, when I was afraid to approach those who I was most repulsed by, I realize those are the people who may, in fact, speak the most significant message to me. And that is powerful learning. It has been for me. I believe in the collaboration of our faiths, our cultures, our professions to enhance individuals and enhance our societies. I'm an Anglican Christian, and I believe I have learned tremendously about my practice of faith through my Buddhist colleagues and friends, through my Muslim colleagues and friends, through my Jewish colleagues and friends, etc. So it is to be stretched and to stretch others through the practice of intercultural, interfaith, and interprofessional dialogue. Thank you very much.